All right, everybody, come on in, come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today we are going to be making zero-carb pancakes. Have I ever made this before? No. Has that ever stopped me? No. So I saw a recipe that I wanted to try with you all. If you are low carb, if you are pre-diabetic, if you are diabetic, and you think you can't have pancakes, we're gonna see if we can recreate that fluffy pancake experience with 2 ingredients, all right? So come on in. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I make food and femininity content. And on Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, I'm here with you all on FoodtokTV. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The recipe will be at FoodtokTV.com, and I'm going to walk you all through it as well. All right, so let me clean off the counters and wash my hands. Thank you for tapping and sharing. We're up to 36 likes. Let's see if we can get it up to 100. Please go ahead and make sure you are subscribed to FoodtokTV, where there is different live cooking content every day of the week, and I'm with you all Fridays at 5 Eastern, 4 Central. All right, happy Friday. Or as we say, happy Friday, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. I don't know if we have anybody that likes breakfast for dinner. They call it Brinner. I don't know if y'all call it that or just breakfast for dinner. But that's probably my favorite meal of the day, clearly. I like to eat. But I do love pancakes, and that's how my whole channel started. I am your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. And one day I was cooking for the family, and I was making all the wonderful things I can't have, like real pancakes with flour, log cabin, syrup, bacon, and all of that. And I was cleaning up, and I said, I can't have any of this. So I came up with a way that I could have the foods that I like to have with the ingredients that I have to have, all right? We're already up to 600 likes. Thank you all so much. Let's see if we can get to 1,000. Tap and share, tap and share. Let me wash my hands and get the ingredients out. So we need a stand mixer for this recipe. And your 2 ingredients, I'll go ahead and let you all know now, your 2 ingredients are eggs and gelatin. I know, it sounds weird. Have we ever made this before? No. Why would I do that? I come on here to recipe test with you all, and I will taste it, of course, and if I like it, I'll let you know, and if I don't like it, I'll let you know. So the inspiration comes from Low Carb Love. So this is the recipe video that I'm going to be following. And it's really straightforward, simple ingredients, but the technique is going to be a little bit interesting, all right? So very much like French cuisine, very basic ingredients, but really good quality, and the technique is what's important. All right, so we have eggs. So I have my 2 little gravy boats here to make it look fancy. We need 5 egg whites, and I'm actually going to use whole eggs and separate them here. You could probably use the pourable egg whites. However, I've heard that maybe those don't froth up as much, but we need to separate our egg whites from our egg yolks. We are going to use the whole egg, but we're going to start by whipping up the egg whites first, all right? So come on in. We're already up to 1,200 likes. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's see if we can get to 2,000. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. I'm going to be making carnivore. Am I carnivore? No. But we can get inspiration from anywhere. We're going to be making carnivore zero-carb pancakes. I am very excited. All right, so we need 5 eggs. And of course, I've got this industrial-sized box. So that's okay. We're going to crack these eggs and try to carefully separate the whites from the yolks. So this is what we're doing just so y'all can follow along. And, oh, where's the volume? There we go.
But I feel like in order for them to turn out, it is very specific. So what we're going to make today are 0-carb pancakes. These can also be carnivore pancakes. It's literally, that's my coffee machine, guys. I'm telling you, we have pancakes and coffee just go hand in hand. So that's what we're having for breakfast. You're going to need your eggs and some beef gelatin. Those are the 2 ingredients. Now, I haven't tried adding...
All right, so I did order, and I just placed this order from Walmart. So this is what I have, beef gelatin powder. So again, if you're a vegetarian or vegan, I cannot help you. Today is not your day. I do think they make some non-animal based gelatin. I've never used it, but this is going to be high protein and 0 carb. So 5 eggs. So let's go ahead and crack these carefully. There's all kind of gadgets to separate your egg yolks from your egg whites. I just kind of put a little crack in the shell and then I just open it away from each other and then use the eggshell as a basket to kind of get the egg yolk to kind of slide out. And then I just toss the egg yolk back and forth. So I know there's probably fancier ways to do this, but we're gonna try and get as much of that egg white out, and then I'll put the egg yolk in the separate container. All right, so it's okay to have a little bit of white in your yolk, but we don't want to have any yolk in our white because we want to whip it up like a meringue, and we need that fluffy egg white. So I'm going to try and focus on this. We're up to 1,400 likes. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie the Substitute Teacher. Today we are making 0-carb pancakes. So if you're on a high protein diet, your 2 ingredients are literally just eggs and gelatin. All right, so that's number 2. So far, so good. All right, we're gonna need 3 of these. If you're diabetic, pre-diabetic, you know, just trying to watch your starches, this could be an option for you. And it's gonna be gluten-free, all right? So we have 2, we need 5, so let's keep going. Make sure you all are tapping and sharing. If you like pancakes, let me know your favorite variation of pancakes. If you just like regular buttermilk pancakes with butter and syrup, or do you like, I don't know, pecan pancakes, blueberry pancakes, chocolate chip pancakes? Do you even eat pancakes at all? Some people don't. Some people are like, I'm more of a waffle kind of person. So you all can let me know in the comments. All right, so far we have 3. We got 2 more to go. Come on in. We're up to 1,500 likes. Thank you all for tapping and sharing. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and today we are making 0-carb carnivore pancakes. If this works, we might just have to swing that towel right now, y'all, because, you know, when you're trying to watch the starches, or if you have to, you know, cut back, a lot of these decadent breakfast items are so like pastries and waffles and pancakes and just a lot of stuff that you have to say no to, but this might work. Thank you all so much for being here. Kate likes a blueberry waffle. That sounds so good. Thank you, Meme, for the gift badge. I appreciate that. All right, we've got 1 more to go. So we need 5 eggs. So far we have 4, and so far I haven't messed up yet. I hope I don't jinx it. So come on in, make sure you all are subscribed, and you can get this recipe at foodtoktv.com. And I'm gonna walk you all through it. So the inspiration comes from Low Carb Love, and we are just separating manually 5 eggs. Oops, that yolk just cracked. All right, so I got it. 5 egg whites and 5 yolks. All right, so we are going to transfer our egg whites to our stand mixer. We're gonna fluff them up. So let me clean my hands. My signature item is called Maggie Cakes. It's another 2-ingredient pancake. Kim likes pecan pancakes. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Ocean likes buttermilk pancakes with butter. Is there anything better? My signature is a blueberry pancake, and I make it with goat's cheese. I'll have to do it for y'all one day. Goat's cheese and eggs. OMG, when blueberries get like hot and they burst, it's so good. All right, so come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for liking and tapping. We are making carnivore pancakes today, so let me show you all what we've done so far.
Vanilla. I have not tried adding vanilla or cinnamon, and I'm kind of scared because in other recipes that I've made in the past, they have deflated my pancakes and my bread.
So we're gonna just go with the regular pancakes, but like she said, if you wanted to, you could add whatever flavorings you like, but we're gonna do, since this is our first time, we're going to do it very basic, all right? So again, the recipe is at foodtoktv.com. So we have our 5 eggs, and then now we need to beat them until they're frothy in the mixer. So I'm gonna move my egg yolks back here so I don't mess it up. Y'all know I'll mess stuff up. And we're gonna bring this stand mixer over here and then put the whisk attachment on it. All right, so thank you all. Make sure you're tapping and sharing. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. Oh, something fell back here. Oh. All All right. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I am Maggie the Substitute Teacher. Let me not get connected to that. All right. So I am going to use the KitchenAid stand mixer gifted to us by one of our very generous subscribers. Thank you so much, Brandon Eljet. But if you have a hand mixer, that works as well. So I'm just going to wipe this out. You want to make sure that this is clean and dry. If you get anything foreign in your egg whites, it could affect how they fluff up. And that's the thing, the pancake, you want it to be as fluffy as possible, all right? So that's what we're going for. All right, so let's put this back together and we're gonna put the whisk attachment on. So let me grab that. All right, wonderful. Let me lock this and just move it so y'all can see. Okay, and then we need the whisk attachment. This one right here. So I'm gonna pour all of our egg whites into the bowl and then we're just gonna froth them up. So this is just like you would be making a meringue or anything where you're gonna add air to the egg whites. It's gonna like triple or quadruple in volume. And then it's a great way, if you like to eat, it's a great way to add volume to your food without adding calories, all right? Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you're tapping and sharing. Welcome to FoodtokTV, Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We're making 0 carb carnivore pancakes. I am very excited. All right, let's make sure this is off. Okay, we're gonna plug this up. And then we're gonna pour, what we have here is 5 egg whites. So we separated 5 eggs. We have the yolks behind us over there. And so we are gonna bring those over, but let's start with our egg whites. Just make sure this is squeaky clean. Okay, and so I'm gonna lower this and we're going to start frothing our egg whites. I'm so excited, y'all. Anytime I try a new recipe, which is what I do with y'all, I always try and do it exactly like the recipe creator, and then we can doctor it up, maybe add vanilla flavor or whatever you like. All right, so we're gonna go down here and let's turn it on. I don't think it's gonna be too loud. We'll start on low. Okay, so while we're mixing this, once it starts to get the air in it, you're gonna see it turn foamy at first. Right now it's kind of yellow and slimy. It's gonna turn like foamy and then it'll get white and frothy, and then we're gonna need to add our powder. So I'm gonna get this ready, turn this up a little bit. We need 2 tablespoons, pardon me, 2 tablespoons, and this is beef gelatin powder, and it says unflavored. So I really do hope it's unflavored because we wouldn't want our pancakes, and now I can't see. I just ran the dishwasher. I can't see, y'all. Welcome to live cooking. But I hope it doesn't have like a savory taste. Pancakes are probably more sweet than savory, right? So we have our 2 tablespoon measure. Thank you all so much. We're up to 1.7 likes. I appreciate it. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We are making 0 carb pancakes today. All right, so what we have in here is 5 egg whites. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up and get our 2 tablespoons of gelatin powder. So you can see it kind of looks like Jell-O. Let me see. It doesn't have a smell. It doesn't smell like a steak, even though it's beef gelatin. All right, so we'll get that ready to go. And she says to add the gelatin once it starts getting white.
I will try it, but right now we're just gonna make the original batter.
Starting to get foamy.
So you're gonna start off by separating your eggs just like this. Okay, so we're just gonna go through our eggs.
We did that.
5 eggs.
Karen, I got it from Walmart.
Then we're gonna show you the process. It's actually really, really
Turn it
easy.
all the way up. It's all the way up.
If you are on a weight loss journey or you're really, really trying to stay super low carb, maybe diabetic, these are literally, they're like perfection. And the texture and everything is so spot on. Now,
Okay.
if you are trying to skip,
I'm gonna go ahead and start. If you notice, our egg whites are starting to get a little bit white, and it says add the gelatin powder gradually. So you don't wanna put in the whole clump, the whole scoop, because it will clump up. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in and then wait. So our 2 ingredient pancakes are eggs and beef gelatin. Thank you for the rose, Angel, Heart, Mary. We're up to 2,300 likes. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you're tapping and sharing. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We're making carnivore 0 carb pancakes. I'm gonna put in a little bit more gelatin powder. And this is available at Walmart, all right? I'm sure any gelatin will work as long as it's unflavored. And you all can try, sorry, I just wanna make sure that's straight. You all can try flavored if you want to. You're welcome, Karen. All right, thank you all so much. We're up to 2,500 likes. So we're waiting for stiff peaks. All right, I'm not a baker, I'm a cooker, but we're watching this. Remember, this was egg whites, it was yellow, and it was kind of slimy. Then it started getting foamy. I put about half of the gelatin in, and I'm just kind of adding a little bit. And the gelatin, just like Jell-O, it will give it structure. Plus, it's just what? 30 calories and pure protein. Pretty much pure protein. All right. So we're just gonna continue to go until we get stiff peaks. Almost done with the gelatin. And I'm gonna get a spatula. I'm just gonna scrape down the sides a little bit. We wanna make sure we get everything in there. The reason why you don't dump the whole thing at once is because you'll have like a big clump of gelatin and you really want it to be evenly distributed. So let me get this spatula. So it's whisking. I'd say we're almost at stiff peaks. I'm just gonna go down the sides. Whew. I had a little bit of gelatin that got flung to the side. Now put your hand in there. All right, I think it's looking really good, y'all. Now we haven't put any sweetener or anything in here, so that's what the syrup is for. All right, I think we're looking pretty stiff. Let me turn this down. And stiff peaks means when you lift up the whisk, the foam stays in place. All right. Probably go a little bit more. I'll just go like 1 more minute. Yeah, it's pretty stiff. I don't know if you all can see. There's like a little point in there. Hopefully you can see that little point. It didn't like, you know, flop down. So I think we're pretty good. All right, so let's unplug this. So now we are going to, after we whip the eggs, we're going to add our egg yolks. Let me just move that over. And then we'll get caught up on where we are so you all can see.
A super, super low carb, then you'll want to use like a sugar-free syrup. But if not, you can
That's what we're going to use,
like
sugar-free.
If you just want to do something really natural, you could do maple syrup, honey.
Ooh, what do y'all like to top your pancakes with?
Okay, so now I've separated the egg whites and the yolks. So now these are going right into our mixing bowl.
All right, so we just did that part. We'll get caught up on the video in a moment. I don't want this to sit too long because the air will start to deflate. So what we're gonna do now is go back. We have our 5 egg yolks and I'm going to mix these and we're gonna fold them into our eggs. All right, so let me just get a little, All right, so again, we are making carnivore pancakes. This is the 5 egg yolks that corresponds with the 5 egg whites. So I just wanted to mix them together. All right, I'm gonna take the bowl out. Let me take this off first. These fancy gadgets. And we don't wanna waste anything. Let me lock it. So let's make sure we get all of this egg white. Yeah, it's pretty stiff. Perfect. So again, in here we have 5 egg whites and 2 tablespoons of gelatin. Ooh, use her like peanut butter and honey on your pancakes. That sounds amazing. All right, so 5 egg whites and gelatin. I'm not gonna lift it over my head, but you can tell it's not moving. And then we have our 5 egg yolks. Now the key is you don't wanna get in here and just stir it all to pieces because that way you'll flatten your egg whites. We wanna fold gently. So let me get a big spatula. Oh, I brought it out. Okay, so we are going to pour the egg yolks in here and then we're going to gently combine. So if you've made any type of cloud bread or any of those 0 carb kind of bread, same concept. I'm nervous. I'm gonna play the video and just see, does she do the whole thing or gently? I'm kind of nervous, y'all, because I don't want to mess it up. Let's see.
And I'm gonna put on the little attachment. You could definitely do this with a hand mixer.
Yes.
but this is just gonna be a lot easier.
So we put our egg whites in there.
We're gonna start by mixing this until it gets frothy, and then I'm gonna add in my beef gelatin, okay?
Sugar-free pancake syrup? I know, Leah, me too. So we just did all this. Thank you all for the hearts.
Now, as this mixes, I'm gonna add in the beef gelatin.
We did that. 2 tablespoons of beef gelatin. Thank you all so much. We're over 4,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 5,000.
Okay, so this looks pretty stiff.
All right, we're good.
Probably mix this for about a minute and a half
Thank
or so.
you, Mustard Queen.
Beautiful. Next step, we have our egg yolks.
All right, so we're up to this step.
What we're gonna do now is just mix our egg yolks.
Yep, we just did that. And we're gonna fold them in. I wanna watch and see how she folds it.
What we're gonna do is fold in. So folding in is really important because it still keeps them nice and airy.
Okay.
When you mix, you get rid of some of that air. Do you see how it looks almost like pillowy, very much like a little cloud? It looks like clouds.
Yes.
And if you mix, then you get rid of that air. So what we want to do is fold. Okay. So let's go ahead and add these in.
Okay, so she puts it all in and then we fold. That's what I wanted to see. All right, y'all, this baking stuff makes me nervous. All right, let's just move the mixer behind us and then we're gonna fold in our egg yolks while our egg whites are still nice and stiff. Again, we are making 0-carb pancakes, 2 ingredients, all right? So let's go ahead and pour our 5 egg yolks in here. So all protein. And then to fold, in case anybody doesn't know, I'm just gonna go to the bottom and lift, to the bottom and lift. Don't get in here and start stirring it all hard like the boys would, all right? We just wanna combine gently the egg yolk with the egg white. Again, if you've made cloud bread or those like Japanese pancakes, or if you see anything really fluffy, this is the technique where they separate the whites from the yolk so you still have eggs, but they beat all that air into your eggs. So you can see I still have a few streaks of white. So I'm trying to be gentle enough to not deflate, but stir it enough to combine. It's a lot. So come on in, everybody. We're over 5,000 likes. Thank you all so much. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. We are making 0-carb carnivore pancakes. Our 2 ingredients are gelatin and eggs. I think I'm getting ready to stop here because I feel pretty good about it because I want to get the skillet out and get that warmed up. We're going to cook these in butter. Should I use regular butter? I have my plant-based butter. Y'all let me know. Should we do our substitute butter or real butter? I think she uses real butter. And if they're carnivore pancakes, you probably should use real butter, right? All right, so let's get our cooktop down so everybody can see. So this is our pancake batter. All right, so it looks interesting, but I'm very excited. Everybody's doing well? Come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. We're over 5,600 likes. Make sure you subscribe to FoodtokTV. You can see cooking content every day of the week live. And I'm with y'all Fridays at 5 Eastern, 4 Central. Oh, thank you, Nancy. All right, so we need a non-stick skillet. So I have a small one. There's a reason why I'm using the small one. You can use whatever one that you have, but when I use the small ones, the sides or the rims of the skillet kind of are a stop to the pancakes spreading out flat, all right? So that's one of the reasons why I'm using the small one, all right? So let's go ahead and turn this on. So we have, if you want to substitute butter, I have my Mykonos plant-based butter if you are dairy-free like me, or we can use regular butter. Let me grab some. I got this from the boys' fridge, so I have regular butter too, all right? So whichever one works for you. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down to a medium low. And so we are going to put some butter into the skillet. All right, we can do both. Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate you all. All right, I don't know if this is salted, unsalted, yeet. Why is that even a thing? probably for a recipe. But let's see if we can get the first one down. You could probably cook it with cooking spray. You could probably cook it with olive oil. But butter does give it a nice little brown. So I'm going to go all the way around and a little bit up on the sides. Not the whole thing. Take that out for right now. And then we're going to put in, let me get a little ladle. Ah, my little dolly. Okay, let's get our ladle. And we're going to put the first pancake in there. And y'all know the first pancake is always a little janky. But we have our batter, still nice and fluffy. So I'm going to put it in like a big dollop. And then I'm going to try and spread it out. Y'all see it's not like a pourable batter. This is going to be the weirdest shaped pancake. Let me see if I can get it round. But if it tastes good, that's all that matters, right? So the key is we're going to try and spread this flat. You want to spread it flat aesthetically as well as, it'll cook more evenly. All right, our pancake's going to be a little bit funny shape. And I'm going to try and smooth out the middle. This is probably a big one for a tester. And then the key is she puts a lid on it. Kind of looks like scrambled eggs, right? So we're going to put a lid on it. Doesn't fit perfectly since this is a skillet. And we're going to cook it for about 3 minutes and then turn it over and see how it looks, all right? Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for the compliments, Melon. Today we are making carnivore pancakes. So let's get caught up on what she's doing so you all can see. And then we're going to try and make... How many pancakes do you like in your stack? You can use the pancake emoji. Do you like a 3 pancake stack? 4? Are you feeling greedy? Do you want 5? You can make as many as you want. Just make them smaller. Oh.
And it also just give it a really nice texture. Because I'm sure you could do it even just with the egg whites. I have not tried it. If you have, please let me know how they turned out.
Thank you all. We're up to almost 7,000 likes.
Go from the bottom. And
so we did the mix. Our 2 ingredients are egg whites.
Just trying to keep as much
and gelatin,
and then we
folded in the eggs
that we can
yolks.
Okay. And now we're going to move over to the stove. We're going to cook them, and you're going to see how these turn out like the real deal. Okay. Okay. So before I get started with my pancakes, I'm going to go ahead and make.
I'm just going to take a peek here. I have it on a very medium low. Because I get nervous, this cooktop gets hot pretty quickly. I was just looking for some bubbles. But let's fast forward a little bit. Hello, Monte. Let's fast forward a little bit to where she flips hers over. Okay. I'm just fast forwarding. All right, so we're here. Then we're going to flip it over and see how it looks. And then repeat.
Turn on our pancakes. Okay. So I'm going to start off with a little grass-fed butter. Now we are going to scoop this in.
Okay.
Now the first one always turns out a little funky, you know that.
Hers looks kind of big
too. This is just our tester here.
Okay, we'll use a spatula to smooth it out.
Even when I make regular pancakes, you know, the first one always turns out wonky. But do you see the structure? It has really nice structure. It's not too liquidy. It's not too thick. Okay, so this pan doesn't have a lid, but I found this little guy that should work. And now we're just going to let this cook for about 3 minutes.
Thank you, everybody. We're up to 7,000 likes.
Look at that. Okay, I might have put the heat up a little too much, but let's see.
Hers got nice and round. Let's see if we can get that. All right.
Ooh, yep.
All right, so mine is not as round, but I see some brown at the bottom. So let me get my spatula. Now, admittedly, this is probably too big. But let's see what it looks like on the bottom. It's moving well. Okay. I think I did a little too much. But let's go ahead and cover it up. Y'all would probably... Oh, I lost some. Y'all would probably still eat it. We're going to do the next one a little bit smaller. Obviously, I put too much. But that's going to be a big old pancake. Monte says mine is ready. Yes. So I'm gonna see if I can make it smaller and make it rounder, make it look like a pancake. Monte says I'd eat it. Yes, absolutely. Thank you all so much for the gifts. We're over 7,000 likes. This is FoodtokTV. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. We are making 0-carb carnivore pancakes. All right, so we've made the first one. And we just have this struggle lid on here so that it can cook. I think I put too much batter in there, but I like the browning. Hello, Will Dove. Karen, you like yours this way? Okay, wonderful. So we will get a plate to put this on. Let's see. Debating if I want to get a small plate or a big plate. I think this is fine. We're just going to give it a couple more minutes. I'm seeing the steam kind of come up on the side, so that means the heat is coming all the way through from the bottom. All right, so I think we're good. Let's take this one out. Let's peek at the bottom and see how it looks. It's a little light on the bottom. It feels done. I don't know if y'all can see, like it's nice and like spongy, kind of cakey. I'll just give it like one more minute. It looks a little light on the bottom. Come on, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and today we are making 0-carb carnivore pancakes. In the batter, we have 5 egg whites separated from the yolks. We beat that with 2 tablespoons of beef gelatin. All right, so I just ordered this from Walmart. She's using beef gelatin powder to give it structure. And we whipped that up, added the gelatin to the egg whites, and then folded in the egg yolk. All right, I think we're good. I'm gonna take out the first one, and then we'll keep going and see how we like these. I probably will make them smaller. My man would call these mule chokers. Dang, babe, these pancakes so big, they choke a mule. I think y'all would still eat that. Put some butter and syrup on it. It's gonna deflate a little bit, but not bad. All right. So I'm just going to wipe it down and we'll try and do a few more and see how we like it. And then we'll put some butter and syrup on the top. Now, of course, if you have a griddle, you can do more of these at once, but I'm doing this for the first time, so I just want to give it a try. So I'm using regular butter, unsalted butter. The butter gives you some nice flavor and browning. I wish it were salted, but this is what I had. I'll probably move on to the plant butter next and see how we like that. All right, so we are going to get a smaller amount and kind of put that right in the middle and see if I can smooth it out with the spatula. It's just hard to get it like round and flat. Something tells me our pancake stack is going to be a little interesting. It'll have character. Now I also have the Dash griddle, which is like a little George Foreman, and it's a griddle on both sides. And I can get that out if you all want to see, if you want them perfectly round and perfectly symmetrical. So this is our first one. I like to do butter and syrup on each layer. I don't know about y'all. I'll keep it here so you can see. Grana says it's wonky. It is wonky. But we're going to see how it comes out with taste. And then I'm going to switch over to this one. I've got some plant-based butter. This one is salted. And then let me see what I have for sugar-free syrup. So we're going to let this kind of cook, and I'm watching to see once you see some steam coming up on that lid. Karen says I'd take it. I think y'all would still eat it too. I would. Absolutely. I want to taste it now, but let me see what we have for syrup. I actually got this at Walgreens. I was there. Kid was sick, and so I was just over by the pharmacy, and they had some 0-carb and 0-glycemic syrup. So we're gonna try this, and I actually have some fresh blueberries too, so maybe we'll put some on the side or on top. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and flip this one. It's moving well. Let's see how it looks for color. I think we're getting better. It didn't look as interesting as the other one. Let's close that down. So I'm excited, y'all. We're gonna make as many of these as we can. And then we're gonna top them with some butter and some syrup. And am I ready for Christmas? The tree is up. I'm feeling festive. If y'all want, I have a Christmas apron I would wear for you. I have a little Christmas hat. If you want me to put that on, I'll put that on. And my my elves on the shelves are over here doing their thing. So hopefully I don't drop her again. Ooh, y'all, it's fluffing up big like a Japanese pancake. Looks amazing. Maybe we'll make a big stack. I don't know if y'all can see how thick that is. We'll give it like one more minute. Then I'm gonna change to the other butter. But I'm really excited. So yes, if I'm your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. But that's the key. If you have to eat differently and you have to cut back, maybe you can just do, I don't know, lean protein and veggies. But if you do have cravings for some of these other foods, it's nice to find a way that you can still enjoy it. So we're gonna try that syrup. I'm gonna take this one out. I see some. Hold up! Wait a minute! That was not on the video. I almost lost an eye. Whew! Okay, pancake number 2 is done. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay, it's a little bit. Let me just move this behind me. Oh, we're gonna put our melting dome on it so they stay a little bit warm. Oh my goodness. All right, let me wipe this out and we're going to do another pancake. Come on in. Welcome to Food Talk TV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and we are making carnivore, that's hot, carnivore 2-ingredient pancakes. Whew. All right, I'm gonna try, that was hot. I'm gonna try one with the plant-based butter, okay? So this is not all the way carnivore, but it is dairy-free. So we're gonna give this a try, put a little bit of butter in here and melt that down. I've got the skillet on a medium-low. Let's see how this one looks. I'll put a little bit more so we can go over to the sides. All right, so let's do one more. A little bit smaller. Maybe a little bit more. And then try to flatten it out before it sets. That's the only thing, because it's so thick, it just kind of, once it hits the heat, it kind of keeps its shape. So I'm trying to make it round. All right, I think that's what we got. Let's put a little bit down there in the middle. We made a little hole and then put the top on it. Try and get it flat. All right. Yes, thank you all so much for being here. Hello, Mr. Crown Royale. This recipe is on FoodtokTV.com. We're up to 8,700 likes. We are making carnivore 0-carb pancakes with 2 ingredients. The ingredients are eggs and gelatin. All right, so if you're just joining in, we have 5 eggs. We separated the egg whites from the egg yolks, and then we put them into the mixer. And in the mixer, we added 2 tablespoons of beef gelatin powder as the egg whites started to get frothy and foamy. And then we mixed the egg yolks separately and folded those into the egg whites. So that's how we have this beautiful golden color and nice structure, all right? I think I can do one more big one and then we'll top it. Some of y'all like peanut butter and honey. We've got some syrup. I've got some blueberries. Let me see. I have some fresh blueberries. Why is package is open? So we've made 2 so far. So I think we'll make 2 more, all right? Make sure you all are subscribed. We're up to 9,000 likes. Thank you. Let's see if we can get to 10,000. Make sure you all are subscribed to Food Talk TV. Make sure you tap and share. There's different cooking content every day of the week. We've got other cookers in here. We've got Mr. Crown Royal. We've got Mustard Queen. So whatever type of cuisine you like, I'm sure you can find it on Food Talk TV. All right, so I'm gonna give this a little look-sees since we changed to the plant-based butter. It looks nice and golden, so I'm gonna flip it. All right, so it's kind of like a Japanese fluffy pancake. Grana says, watch the steam. Absolutely. So putting this clear lid on here, what we're seeing is that the heat comes through the pancake from the bottom, and then you can start to see the water drippings on the top. That's when you know the heat is getting all the way through. We'll take this one off and put it on the stack, and then we'll do one more. We'll do a 4 stack, and then we're gonna do some butter and some syrup. All right, I see more steam. Let's see how we're doing over here. Okay. Now, mine are not perfectly round, but that's okay. I'm very excited. I'm probably going to put this one in between. All right, so I see steam. And you all can see they do deflate a little bit when you cook them. But this could be the pancake experience that you thought you couldn't have. All right, let's see if it moves easily. Yeah, it looks good. I'm gonna give it just one more minute. It's kind of light on the bottom. Just gonna move it around, let it collect up some of that plant butter. So again, just gelatin and eggs. Thank you all so much for being here. We're up to 9,500 likes. Thank you for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to FoodtokTV. There's different cooking content live every day of the week. All right. So let's take this one off. See how thick it is? Can y'all see that? All right, we're gonna cover up the struggle one that exploded. And we're gonna do one more, all right? I think one more. 2 with regular butter, 2 without. So I'm just gonna keep the melting dough on here so they can kind of stay warm. And then do the last one. I'll see if I can make it a little bit bigger so it covers up everything. So we're gonna put the plant butter in here. And I'm going to use the spatula. All right, try and get it all over. Watch my face. All right. So I'm just going to scrape down the sides, see if we can get the last one. It's going to be kind of big, but let's see what happens. You could take time and make these smaller, but I'm ready. All right, so let's see before it, I'm gonna try and make it all the way to the edge. I like 2 big ones. I think this looks good. All right, and then you see how the edge of the pan kind of helps you with the shape. All right, so I think we're good. Let's just scrape that off. And then we're gonna put the lid on it and just let it steam. And then we're gonna put this one on top so it looks the nicest and the freshest of all of them. All right, let's see. All right, so last pancake going in. Let's clean up and then we'll get our toppings ready. Mom says clean as you go. Thank you all so much. We're very close, up to 9,700 likes. Welcome to FoodtokTV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and today we are recipe testing Carnivore 0 Carb Pancakes using 2 ingredients. All right, so let's get caught up on the video before we plate. And this is why I like live cooking, so y'all can see and don't feel bad.
Beauty. I'm gonna lower the flame a teeny tiny bit because I feel like that could have gone south very quickly. So here's number 1. Now it's time to actually make pancakes. I want to make them a little bigger. I just wanted to make sure that the first one was good to go.
All right, so you're gonna put butter down or whatever you like to cook your pancakes in. And I would recommend using the small skillet. See how she kind of dollops it on there? Use a spatula to smooth it out. If you can get them perfectly round, even better. And that is her pancake stack.
All right, guys, so I ended up putting a little maple syrup.
All right, so that is the goal. Let's move it. This is starting to swell up a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see underneath the hood. I see some bubbles. I'm gonna wait for a little bit more steam. Let's clean this up, get our syrup and everything ready. I'm excited. We'll see. I don't know, y'all. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. So come on in, everyone. Oh, we made it to 10,000 likes. Thank you all so much for tapping and sharing. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and we are making carnivore pancakes. So if you're diabetic, pre-diabetic, maybe you need to lose some weight like me, and you need to have a swap for those full flavor pancakes. Y'all, this thing is massive. This could be an option for you. All right, I lost a little bit on the lid. Let me see if I can get it off. It's hot. All right, so we're gonna try and turn this. Ooh, it's big, y'all. But yeah, I say make them bigger. That makes them rounder. All right, let's see. I could eat this one by itself. I probably should just plate this one by itself. Nice and round. They get better as you go. So let's put the lid on here and just let it cook. We got our syrup ready. We're gonna put some butter on it. Their batter looked thinner. Yeah, I think hers, maybe I should have mixed it a little bit more with the egg yolks. But yeah, hers did look thinner and more pourable and more easier to manage. So this is the goal. I have one massive one. She has several small ones.
Low carb. I would definitely do like a sugar-free maple syrup. The recipe to this is going to be in the description below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, share my channel.
All right. Ooh, y'all, it's getting massive. All right, so let's get a plate. Let's get a big plate. I think this is looking good. Yeah, it is up to the edge. All right. Let me get a few blueberries. I don't know if y'all can see. It's swole up. It's like literally, oh gosh, it's almost stuck to the lid. This is probably the best one. All right, so let's put a few blueberries ready on the side. We're gonna make it just like hers. Try. And then if you're able to eat them as soon as they're done, I'm just gonna put some blueberries here. If you're able to eat them as soon as they're done, then they're gonna be nice and fluffy. Let me just give these a rinse. All right, so here's where we're gonna do a little bit of food styling. All right, let me move this. Let me bring over our struggle pancakes. So these were the first ones. We're gonna put them at the bottom. And we're going to, all right. Let's put these at the bottom over here. And then let's get this big, oh yeah. I like butter and syrup on each layer. So a little bit out of order, but I think it looks good. So let's do a little pat of butter. We're going to do regular butter. We'll have our blueberries on the side. Put it on while it's still kind of hot. All right. And then let's move this, getting everything ready so when we pour the syrup, we can take the picture quickly before it starts to dissolve. All right, looking good so far. It's kind of melting. Oh, thank you, CP. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to use this. I'm going to taste this for the first time, y'all. I just got this at Walgreens. It's a sugar-free syrup. Let me taste it before I put it all over here and then end up not liking it. I haven't tasted the pancakes yet. I usually use sugar-free condiments. Ooh, whoop, it's good. I was worried. You know, sometimes stuff, it's a little suspect. All right, y'all ready? We're going to pour a little bit on here. You know you want some. All right, let me get a quick picture. before we do the blueberries, and then we'll get a picture after the blueberries, all right? Fruit is optional, but I just wanted to get a little something. Oh yeah. Okay, and then a video. And then we'll do another one. We're gonna do, let's take a picture of the cross section. All right, let me cut into it, see how it looks. Try and get like hers. We're gonna do like a little cross section. Let's move some of this butter around. Y'all know you want some. All right, so if we just, do you like this? Log cabin sugar-free is good? Thank you, I'll add that to my list. All right, so I'm just gonna separate this back a little bit, like that. Ooh, wait a minute, looking kind of good. Let me get a picture like this. I don't know if y'all can see, we got those little layers. It's not perfect, but, all right, let's take a picture like that. Yeah, maybe I over whipped my egg whites. That's possible too. All right, let's get a picture like this. Oh yeah, let's do one without the flash. So when y'all see this on FoodtokTV, yes, we made it together. All right, let's do a video, and then I gotta taste it because research purposes, we're losing time here. All right, so we got it all nice and sopped up. All right, y'all ready? I'm so excited. Oh, please be good. Please be good. Okay, y'all. So let's go in. Let me not get a huge mouthful and look all homeless and greedy. So try and take an elegant bite. I do make food and femininity content, so I can't be looking all rustic. All right, let's try. Wait a minute. Okay. Hey. 8 out of 10. I like them. Definitely giving me the pancake experience. The only thing, they're kind of like foamy. It kind of reminds me of like if angel food cake and pancake had a baby. So you know how pancakes, like regular pancakes, when you bite down on them, they're like creamy smooth. These are kind of airy and foamy, but look, if it's this or nothing, y'all would eat this. Y'all would eat this. I'm telling you, y'all would eat this. 0 carbs, 0 sugar. Okay, now let's put a few blueberries on it. Don't mind if I do. Y'all, I am excited. I'm so excited. It's the little things. All right, so let's put some blueberries on and around. Optional, if you don't like blueberries, have it your way. You can do whatever you like. Excellent. If everybody's have, Jay Woo says butter should have melted if it's hot. I hear you. It was hot. It did start to melt a little bit, but it's been sitting out here while I've been taking pictures. But I got you a little bit. There you go. Let me get you a little bit more melted butter. There you go. Let me get it all greased up for you. We don't want any ashy pancakes. And if you want to, you could put it in the microwave a little bit. But I just wanted to get a picture of it. But y'all, this is good. Homeless and greedy, exactly. If I just took a big old janky bite like the boys do. All right, let's take one more for research purposes with the blueberry. Let me get some of that unmelted butter. Y'all, I am happy. It's the little things. All right, so we got syrup, we got pancake, we got blueberry. Y'all, it is so good. For me, for a substitute pancake, I would say 9 out of 10. I'm a huge texture girl. Let me get my towel for you. I know you want it. Yes, this is towel worthy. I am a huge texture girl. The 3 T's, texture, temperature, and taste, in that order for me. If it's crispy, if it's supposed to be crispy, I want it crispy. If it's supposed to be hot, I want it hot. Let me put it in the microwave for you. Ooh, but I just put the blueberries on it. I think that's okay. If it's supposed to be hot, I want it hot. And then for me, we'll just do like 30 seconds. For me, taste, I can doctor it up, right? Now you're hungry. It looks yummy. It's so good. All right, I don't want this to explode. We're just gonna melt that butter down for you. But yes, for me, 9 out of 10. Only because of the texture. It just reminds me of like an angel food cake. All right, there we go. Here we go. Get it all slathered up. Looks good? Yeah, it's really good, y'all. Honestly, if you think you can't have pancakes, you know, this is absolutely a great substitute. You can give this a try. Put your favorite toppings on it. You know, a little bit technique intensive, but if you're really craving pancakes and you have to avoid the flour, the starch, the carbs, if everybody else is having pancakes, then I would make these for me and just sit right there and be happy. So good. Even better warm. All right, everybody. So thank you so much. This has been Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today we made 0 carb carnivore pancakes. Now they're carnivore before the blueberries, all right? I am not carnivore, but if you are and you only do animal products, your 2 ingredients were 5 eggs and 2 tablespoons of beef gelatin. And it does not taste steaky. I was worried about that. I was like, is it gonna taste weird? I ordered this from Walmart, this beef gelatin powder, and it's unflavored, but this gave us a really nice structure with our pancakes. And then all we did is we separated our egg whites and our egg yolks, whipped the whites. Maybe I whipped them up a little too much, but we needed stiff peaks, added 2 tablespoons of the gelatin, and then folded in the egg yolks, cooked them in butter or whatever, cooking spray or whatever you like, and then top them with sugar-free syrup. All right, whatever sugar-free syrup that works for you. So if you want pancakes and you don't want the crash after, y'all know what happens after you go to IHOP or Denny's or any of those places. This could be a great option for you. And they cooked well. I made a 4 stack so you all can see. All right, everybody. I'll be back next week. I don't know what we're making. We'll get inspired then, but just make sure you are subscribed to FoodtokTV, different cooking content every day of the week. The recipe and all of my recipes are at FoodtokTV.com. All right, everybody, thank you all so much, and I will see you all next week at 5 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Central. All right, thank you, everyone. Da, 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 da.